I bid you welcome. I am a little goblin who likes to do makeup, and today I'm going to talk to you about the top 5 products that I used in 2025. I picked ones that are readily available as they're going to be products that I use into this year, the next year, and maybe even the one after that. This video is not sponsored by any of these brands. I am just a humble goblin screaming my opinion into the void and to those who reside there. So let's get started with a product that I probably use more than anything else on this list. Kimchi Chic's That White Powder. In all honesty, I love this setting powder as a lot of the looks that I create have a white base, and if it's got any sort of color in it, it's going to add like a yellow or an orangey color. The same thing it does to my skin as I'm relatively pale, and most of the time I can never get them to match up completely with my skin. So having something that is just pure white going on there is absolutely fantastic. And it comes with this cute little powder puff. I was having some problems within the last year or so with the setting powders that I was using, irritating my eyes. Long after I've taken my makeup off and washed my face, my eyes would just be irritated and red. This is probably one of the only powders that I've used that doesn't cause that to happen to my eyes, no matter how long I've got it on or how much I accidentally get in my little lashes up there. And to be honest with you, the size of this container too, a lot of other companies, especially at like Sephora and stuff like that, this is going to be like 40 or $50, and this is maybe 22 something, 23. I'll put the actual little thingy up there, but it's a really good price point for a good amount of product that actually works and your makeup stays on all day. Because I work at a thrift store, and sometimes when I'm cleaning the floors, I'll get under stuff. I'll be rubbing my face on things as I move the racks and stuff like that, and it doesn't move. You just watch me like press my hand on my face then too, and nothing happened. So I really love this stuff. Next up, we have Makeup a Murder's Lost Signals palette, and this is my go-to right now. It's a cool and warm-toned gray palette, so it's kind of like a little gray scale on the inside that comes with little textured and glittered shades up top as well as matte on the bottom with a deep dark black and a pure white over here. I couldn't love this palette anymore. I use it for contouring my face, using it for eyeshadow, adding little bits of shadow, and then applying color over top of it. There is a little bit of fallout, but I feel like that happens with every eyeshadow palette. I'm also not an expert. I'm just a little goblin, so don't come for me. I believe it's at a very good price point. I think it's only like 20 something dollars. Put it up here. I'm doing this a lot, like it's just gonna appear. To be honest with you, the only thing that I don't like about this palette, and it's no fault to the palette, is I just wish the pan sizes were larger. I want to get like my big fat brushes in there and use it for bigger projects, and I just want it to last longer because I simply just think it's a great palette. You don't see a lot of just gray scales that are true to, hey, you're gonna get some warm grays and some cool grays, maybe a couple neutral. Makeup a Murder has yet to disappoint me with any of their products, and they're next up on my list actually with one of their lip stains. It is the Devil's Kiss shade from Makeup a Murder, and we can talk about how cool the little packaging is here first. I love the little casket and the little knife, little description says that it dries to a hot pink color, but to me it gives more of like dried blood, kind of reminiscent of like wet rust, and I love the shade. I have all of the shades of their lip stains as well. It inspired like a little cosmetic noir series out of me, so a little shameless plug over here. But out of all of them that I've tried, this one remains my favorite. And I love the idea of a lip stain too, because you can either leave it on for a while and wear it kind of like a lipstick, or even after you take it off, you have this color for hours and it lasts while you're eating, drinking, and it's perfect if, like, I often don't bring a purse with me and a lot of my clothes don't have pockets, so I don't want to have to remember to bring a lipstick with me or leave it somewhere, as I've done more times than I'd like to admit. So this is perfect. I can just apply it, take it off, and I'm good for like 6, 7 hours. I shouldn't have said that. I will say that it does come off a little bit, like if I'm chewing on my lips and like pulling at dead like skin and stuff like that, but that kind of just adds to like the bitten, bloody lips look, so I'm not really complaining about it. It's just if anyone does that and they don't like the look, be aware it will run a little bit and you can wipe it off if you're like, sorry for the little visual. It doesn't stain my teeth. If I happen to run a little bit close to the inside of my lip and it gets in my mouth, I can rub it off my teeth and it's not stuck there for hours, and you can tell like a little bit of red on my front tooth would be terrible. The packaging being cute is only a plus if the product is good, and this product is really good, so the packaging being cute is super plus. Coming up fourth, we have Mehron's Paradise White Body Paint. And I was on the hunt for a while looking for an affordable white base for some of my makeup looks. And I found a few that I like for different reasons. Two of them are actually from this company, but this one is my favorite. I can layer it a few times without it cracking or making my skin dry out. It's water activated, and I have very sensitive skin. Anything that's sort of oil based just gives me zits and leaves me with like sort of a rash and red skin after I take it off. Whereas this, I can leave it on all day without any problem, take it off, and my skin is just fine. It tends to last a long time, especially like if I'm wearing it on my face as opposed to like under my shoulder strap. This might, like the friction from it rubbing back and forth might cause some of it to come off or to flake, but everywhere else it'll be perfectly fine. But I feel like most body paints are going to do that if something is rubbing on it, so that's not really like a super big downside to this product or anything. Sometimes I don't set it with a setting powder if I'm going to put other colors on top of it, like if I'm going to layer like pink on top of the white and I don't want to use other face paint. I can just use powders and it soaks right in, sucks it right up, and then it dries perfectly fine. It doesn't crack or anything like that. But if I do set it with a setting powder, it is just as fine. Like you can do it either way if you want to, and it doesn't seem to affect it at all. At least in my experience, it's been fine. And you get a decent amount of product for I think like $16 or $17. I am terrible with these things, so they're just all going to be up in the little corner over here. Last but not least, we have Fake Freckles by Kimchi Chic, looping our way back around to the brand that started off this video. And to be honest with you, I didn't expect to like this product as much as I did. I didn't even like set out to order it. It came as on like an add-on with my setting powder a few months ago, and I've been playing with my freckles ever since then. I like the fact that I can layer it so that I can do dark or light freckles or a mix of both. I love that I can do singular dots with the pointed applicator, or I can do like a bunch and then run my hand over it and, you know, lighten them out or leave them as dark as I want. It's a fun time. I think that it's a great way for people to either accentuate their own freckles underneath all of their makeup, or to just play around and add a couple, keep people guessing. Maybe you have like little freckles over here one day, maybe some down here the other day, you know, they don't need to know what you look like. These last a super long time, especially when I apply it with the rest of my makeup. I set it and then I will go back over them and apply just a little bit more. I think that helps in my experience. I like that it doesn't stain any of my body either. After I've applied it with my finger, I can just a little bit of water and it washes right off. I also love that this company is super affordable and I can add something like this onto an existing order for like a couple of dollars and find something that maybe I wouldn't have tried in the first place, but now I love and I want to order again. I think that experimenting with any sort of art medium kind of adds to the enjoyment and gives you a little bits of like more creativity than you would have had if you would just buy the thing and just apply it like normal. I think that experimenting and playing around with your face is absolutely a must if you're doing makeup. Let me know what you think about my top 5 from 2025, and if you've tried any of these companies or products, or if you have any that I should try out for my list for this coming year. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one or makeup looks that I've done in the past. Like, comment, do all the things, but the most important things: stay well, stay hydrated, stay chaotic.